Good afternoon. Today I am giving you a lecture on uh, steam turbine by Dr. Fazal Ahmed, Assistant Professor, SIRTE. Actually, what do you understand by this steam turbine? Steam turbine produces steam through a boiler, as you can see in this slide. Steam is produced in this boiler, which is basically water tube boiler, and water is passing through it, and it has been fired from outside from the earth of the furnace, and the steam is generated. And this steam generated steam is passes through this turbine, and the process of turbine and useful work is being done, and the rest of the steam is be condensed into the condenser, and this work is done, this turbine is being coupled with the generator, and electricity is being produced. So this is the basic process. Now, definition: what do you mean by this steam turbine? Is The steam turbine is one kind of heat engine machine in which steam of heat energy is converted into mechanical work. It consists of a rotor, a set of rotating blades which are attached to the shaft, and the shaft is placed in the middle of the rotor. An electric generator known as steam turbine generator is connected to the rotor. The turbine generator collects the mechanical energy from the shaft and converts it into electric energy. Steam turbine generator also improves the turbine efficiency. Now, working principle. Working principle of steam turbine depends on the dynamic action of the steam. A high velocity steam is coming from the nozzle and it strikes the rotating blade, which are fitted on a disc mounted on a shaft. The high velocity steam produces dynamic pressure on the blades, in which blades and shaft both start to rotate in the same direction. Basically, in a steam turbine, pressure energy of steam extracts and then it converts into kinetic energy by allowing the steam to flow through the nozzles. The conversion of kinetic energy does mechanical work to rotor blades, and the rotor is connected to the steam turbine generator, which acts as a mediator. The turbine generator collects mechanical energy from the rotor and converts into electrical energy. According to working principle, there are different types of steam turbine. According to working principle, a steam turbine are mainly divided into two categories: impulse turbine and reaction turbine. Other category, that is impulse turbine, means when steam strikes the moving blades to the nozzle, called impulse, and when it strikes the moving blade under pressure via guide mechanism called reaction turbine. Right? This is the basic difference between impulse and reaction turbine. Now, according to the direction of steam flow, it may be classified into two categories, that is axial flow steam turbine and radial flow steam turbine. When the flow of the steam inside the casing is parallel to the rotor shaft axis, then it is called axial flow turbine. And the flow of the steam inside the casing is radial to the rotor shaft axis is called radial flow turbine. Now, other types are, according to the exhaust condition of steam, it is further divided into two categories: back pressure, non-condensing steam, and condensing type steam turbine. After expansion of steam, it is exhausted into atmosphere called back pressure steam turbine. Non-condensing type steam turbine otherwise is exhausted into this. According to pressure steam, it may be divided into following categories: high pressure or pass out, and medium pressure and low pressure. According to the number of stages, it may be divided into following categories: single stage and multi-stage. Steam is coming from the nozzle and passed through a single set of moving blades called single stage steam turbine. According to the blade and wheels arrangement, it may be divided into following categories: pressure compounding, velocity compounding, and pulse compounding. Right? Now, this is the basic difference between a steam turbine and a steam engine. Conversion of steam energy to mechanical work, there is no friction loss. High friction losses for the supporting parts. Balance is good, balance is not so good. Balancing is required in steam turbine. We all know that. Foundation is lightweight, its foundation is heavyweight. Steam engine, and it can run at high speed, very high speed. It cannot run at such a high speed. Lubrication is simple, as there is no rubbing parts, and power generation uniformly is not uniform. Steam consumption is less than the reciprocating steam turbine. It consumes more steam turbine. It is more compact. Steam engine require more. Now, these are the basic difference. Third one is types. It's impulse turbine. What do you mean by impulse reaction turbine? You can see the image. Impulse turbine, there is some fixed nozzle and moving blades are present on the disc mounted on the shaft. The moving blades are in symmetrical order. The steam enters the turbine casing with some pressure. After that, it passes through one or more number of fixed nozzles into the turbine. The relative velocity of the steam at the outlet of the moving blades is the same as the inlet of the blade. So this is the steam through a nozzle. It will pass through the blades and it rotates, which is happening here. You can see here it is rotating. So this is an impulse turbine. Example of this is the level turbine. High velocity steam jet of the steam flows through the fixed nozzle and strikes the blade with constant pressure. Impulse turbine steam produce only impulse force to the blades. Okay. Now this one is impulse reaction turbine. You can see that the steam is flowing inside the turbine and passing throughout, and the water is coming out of jets, and it is moving in this direction. This blade is moving in this direction. The impulse reaction turbine depends on the reaction force by the steam. Here the steam flows through the nozzle at the end of the tube, and it is supported on the bearing. The outlet relative velocity of the steam is much less than at the inlet of the blade. Relative velocity is very less. Inlet velocity is very less. The nozzle will move on the bearing in the opposite direction of the steam, and the pressure is not constant in the turbine. That's why reaction force is also applied. Okay. Now this is the difference between impulse and reaction turbine. Impulse turbine only impulsive force strike the blade. In reaction turbine, vectors of impulsive and reactive force. This is important point. Strike the blade fixed to the rotor. Hence, it is more powerful. Steam expands completely when it passes through the nozzle and pressure remains constant. Pressure can't expand fully. It passes and expands when it passes through the nozzle and rest. Blades are symmetrical shape. Blades are symmetrical. Since the velocity of steam is high, speed is high, but the reaction turbine is much lower than impulse turbine because steam velocity is lower in reaction turbine compared to impulse turbine. For producing same power, the number of stages required are much less. It requires more stages to develop the same power. Now this is a velocity diagram. You see that from through the nozzle, the steam is striking to the this blade and is coming at a velocity v1. Suppose this is the velocity v1. This is striking to the blade. And v_r1 is relative velocity of this blade, and vs1 is relativity of the steam. Which can be find here, and vs1 is the velocity of the blade, and u1 is the velocity of the blade with which it is moving at this direction. Vw1 and alpha1, and this one is vs2, v2, and vr2 is the velocity of steam after passing through the blade, and velocity of the blade E is the same. Okay, these are the velocity triangles and its headings. You can see it here: axial velocity and outlet. And this is combined velocity diagram. This VA1, VA2, V1, V2 before steam before entering and after going it can be compared, and U is common. You see the U, the velocity of blade is common, hence it has been here at the vector A and B vector diagram, right? So this is a general idea. Now hope you like the video. Thanks.